Good evening, Sandy. Got some time now?
Tina, good evening.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Fine. It's unusual for you to contact me.
Well, we exchanged numbers, but we never talked since then.
So, what's up?
Actually, I have good news. I thought I'd tell my sister-in-law about it.
A good news?
I got a job.
Oh, congratulations. Where are you going to work?
At a hotel. Star Hotel in front of the station.
Oh, the Star Hotel.
It's famous. You know that, right? Isn't it great? I got hired at the front desk of a luxury hotel. After I graduated from college, I couldn't find a job, so my family was worried about me. I'm glad I found a good part-time job.
What? Oh, it's a part-time job.
What? Is it bad to be a part-timer?
No, it's not like that. You've been working here and there for about 10 years. When you told me you got a job, I thought you finally got a full-time job.
They weren't looking for a full-time. Doesn't change the fact that I'm going to work. I've been living at home all my life, and my parents have been nagging me to get independent as soon as possible. I'm going to make a lot of money and live on my own.
That's a good attitude. I'll support your decision.
Tomorrow is my first day at work. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe someone famous will come. I'm beautiful, so I might get attention from a handsome celebrity. I might even be able to marry before having to live alone.
Well, it's not that easy, but...
Oh, are you jealous of me? Well, I don't think you will be able to pay to stay at my hotel or work for my hotel.
You don't think so?
Why would you? You didn't finish your high school. How could my brother marry someone like you? I can't even believe you dropped out of high school.
Are you talking about that again? I think I've explained this to you before. I had to drop out for family reasons. After that, I studied on my own and got a lot of certifications. I'm an independent woman now. You should not talk to me like that.
But you are still a dropout, and you always dress so plain and tacky. On the other hand, I have a college degree, and I'm stylish and beautiful. I'm perfect for the front desk of a luxury hotel.
Tina, did you text to make fun of me?
No, I just wanted to tell you about my new job. I'm sorry I got carried away with my bragging. It must be upsetting to hear that your sister-in-law got a job at a luxury hotel.
No, I'm not.
But it is frustrating, isn't it?
Not at all.
You don't have to be so tough. Poor Sandy, inferior to her sister-in-law in every way.
I really didn't want to say this, but if you're going to make fun of me like that, I'll tell you something. I'm planning to stay at the Star Hotel this weekend.
What? You? My luxury hotel?
Yes, I am.
You've got to be kidding me. There's no way you are staying at my hotel.
I'm not kidding.
Maybe you heard I work at Star Hotel. Did you get frustrated and decided to stay there? The weekends are already booked. You can't get a room if you want to stay now.
Of course, I have already booked a room. About 3 months ago.
What?
If you think I'm lying, check the reservations tomorrow. There should be a twin room reserved under my name.
Oh no. Do you really have a reservation? But why are you staying at my hotel?
Because it's our 20th anniversary.
Are you staying with my brother?
Yes, we're both usually busy with work, so we decided to stay at a hotel and relax.
What's that? I haven't heard anything about that from my brother at all.
I see. Well, we're only staying one night.
That's terrible. I'm sure my brother knows I work there.
I guess he didn't think it was necessary to tell you.
Why not? We're siblings. He could have told me.
Ever since your brother and I got married, you have been picking on me every time we see each other. High school dropout, you're ugly, and so on.
Because you actually dropped out and you're ugly. You don't deserve my brother.
He's worried about your attitude. Maybe he decided to keep it a secret until the very last minute. He was worried about what you would do if you found out we were staying at the Star Hotel.
I was trying to save my brother.
Save him?
Because I feel sorry for him. He's stuck with a poorly educated bottom feeder. I can't believe you've been married for 20 years.
You're always unhappy with me.
Of course. I still want you to divorce him.
Unfortunately, we're still married. We're staying the weekend.
Hey, are you sure that you're okay?
About what?
The cost of the room. Our hotel costs $1,000 a night.
I know that, of course, because I looked it up and booked it in advance, but...
You knew that and you booked it? But you're so poor.
I'm poor?
Oh, I see. You're going to make my brother pay, aren't you? You're so selfish and said you wanted to stay at a luxury hotel anyway, didn't you? That's extravagant for a poor person. A cheap hotel for less than $50 a night is enough for those at the bottom of the pile. I feel sorry for my brother, who has to pay so much.
We're going to split the cost between us. And I'm not rich, but I'm not that poor.
Okay, you don't have to be so tough. I can tell by your outfit, you obviously don't have much money.
I just like simple clothes.
Are you really going to come to my hotel? Why don't you cancel it now and move to another hotel?
I'm not canceling. We're staying less than a week away.
That's not cool. If someone like you comes to stay here, it will ruin the prestige of this luxury hotel.
You're so rude to your guests.
I won't accept you as a guest.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm staying at your hotel with my husband. See you then. Tina, answer your phone. Tina.
Oh, hello. Are you in such a rush? Is something wrong?
Aren't you working at the hotel today?
I'm off today.
We just arrived at the Star Hotel and they told me my reservation had been cancelled.
Huh?
And since it was cancelled the day before, I was told to pay 80% of the cancellation fee. But I didn't cancel anything, so can you explain what's going on?
No, I don't want to explain.
It was you, wasn't it?
I don't know anything about it.
Please, be honest with me. You didn't like it when you found out I was staying there.
I don't know anything about it.
So do you think someone other than you cancelled the reservation?
I don't know. Maybe you thought you made a reservation, but you didn't. Maybe you made a reservation for another hotel by mistake.
That can't be true. I have a confirmation mail, and it was cancelled.
So I guess you should pay the cancellation fee and get out of here.
I don't remember cancelling the reservation.
Maybe it's an error in the reservation system. Either way, it can't be helped if it's cancelled. Why don't you find another hotel?
Even if I have no choice, I can't leave without a satisfactory reason.
Whatever. You're not a person who deserves to be in a luxury hotel in the first place. You should give up gracefully. To be honest, I don't care about your 20th wedding anniversary. My brother should break up with you sooner or later.
I see. It can't be helped. I'll check with the hotel manager.
Huh?
I asked the front desk staff. They said they didn't know why it was cancelled, and you don't seem to know anything either. We'll just have to ask the hotel's top management, won't we?
Hey. Don't do that.
Why not?
Because the manager is busy. You shouldn't call him up.
So you want to tell me the truth?
What?
Tina, you know, don't you? You know why my reservation was cancelled. If you don't say anything, I'll go directly to the manager now.
Okay, I did it.
Oh, you're so quick to admit it.
I did cancel your reservation, but don't get my manager involved.
Well, then why did you do it?
Because I couldn't let you come to our hotel. You do not have a status to stay at my hotel just because you're my brother's wife.
I see.
So don't ask my manager. Just go home, please.
That's not how it works.
Well,
you canceled the reservation that I made 3 months ago. It's not the right thing for hotel staff to do.
I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I canceled the reservation to protect the hotel's reputation. I did the right thing.
Then you're fired.
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm fired? Hey! Are you still sleeping? Please pick up the phone. Hey, Sandy!
Good morning, Tina.
Oh, you finally answered. I've been calling you all day. Why don't you pick up?
I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I slept without an alarm. I overslept.
Did you stay at our hotel by any chance?
Yes, it was very comfortable.
I thought I had canceled your reservation.
I was upset that someone canceled my reservation without my permission, but I asked the manager to fix it.
Oh no.
By the way, aren't you going to work today?
I was going to come to work, but I was told not to come anymore.
Huh?
I got fired.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. I knew you told the manager. I told you not to say anything unnecessary.
I didn't have to. The manager knew you were up to no good.
What?
After receiving a report from the front desk staff who were at work that day, the manager checked the security cameras. They caught you canceling the reservation without permission.
Huh? A security camera?
You just joined the company, so you didn't know about it?
I knew there were security cameras installed, but...
According to the manager, they recently installed a high-performance camera that allows you to clearly see what's going on around your hand and on your computer's reservation screen.
Oh no.
I mean, your entire crime was recorded. When I contacted the manager, he already knew everything.
But firing me just because of that is a bit much.
I don't think so.
First of all, you shouldn't have tried to stay at a fancy hotel. I wanted to help you, a poor person, not to waste your money.
What are you talking about?
Because what you're wearing is always so shabby.
What? Shabby?
You're always in your plain suits. You don't wear much makeup, and you don't wear any jewelry. You have no money, right?
I just like to dress simply. Jewelry gets in the way of my work, to be honest. I don't like to dress up too much.
Don't be so tough on me, you poor thing.
No wonder you're fired after all.
What?
You disrespect your regular customers and cancel reservations without permission. You did a terrible thing.
Regulars?
That's right.
You? No, right? Was my brother a regular?
I'm the regular.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I'm a business owner.
Huh?
I thought your brother told you. You don't know anything?
I just heard that you run your own company. My brother once told me that.
You assumed I was a poorly educated bottom feeder. I guess you didn't believe your brother's story, but I started my own business 10 years ago and I'm the president. I often use Star Hotel for both private and business use. I know the manager very well.
No way. I thought you were a low-paid office worker.
Well, when I started, I was underpaid, but I worked hard to get here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you became a president.
Once you enter the workforce, your educational background doesn't matter much. In fact, you were a part-timer after you graduated from college. When I heard you were going to work at Star Hotel, I thought we'd meet at the hotel someday. Too bad you've been fired now, so we'll never see each other again.
Wait a minute. If you know the manager, will you ask them to consider it again?
Huh?
You got to stay at the hotel after all, didn't you? Then there's no problem.
I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
Even if I wasn't a regular guest, I wouldn't cancel a guest's reservation without permission. I don't think a luxury hotel wants to keep an employee like you.
I won't do it again. I'll let you stay at our hotel. Please, don't fire me.
You can't ask me what to do.
We're family.
I'm just a guest and I can't help you.
Please, do something about it.
I can't. Give up and find another job.
I don't want to. I just got a job at a luxury hotel. Sandy, please help me. Sandy, can we talk?
Hi, Tina. I'm at work. Can we do this later?
It's an emergency.
What?
I need to borrow some money.
What?
I've been looking for a job since I got fired from the hotel, but no one will hire me. I don't have a place to live, so I sleep at an internet cafe.
Oh, I see. I thought you were living at home.
They kicked me out. My mom and dad were really mad at me for what I did. They said I'm not their daughter anymore, and my brother ignores me. You're the only one I can rely on.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you either.
Why not? You're the boss, right? You could have lent me some money.
You haven't forgotten, have you? You disrespected me a lot.
But that's because I didn't know who you were. If I'd known who you were, I wouldn't have behaved like that.
Whether I'm the president or not, it's wrong to look down on people based on their educational background.
I apologize for making fun of you. I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, don't depend on others and do something on your own.
I can't do it anymore. I only have $10 on me right now. I'll have to sleep in the park tomorrow.
Good luck.
Sandy, you want your sister-in-law to be homeless?
It's your own fault.
That's right. Can't you hire me at your company?
What?
I don't care if it's a part-time job. I'll do anything.
I don't think so. Well, I've got some work to do, so I'll see you later.
Oh no, wait. If you won't help me, I'll really be all alone.
I'm going to block you now.
Wait, Sandy. Please, don't abandon me.
After that, Tina managed to find a day job. She continues to sleep at an internet cafe. According to my husband, Tina had been using her parents' money. Now that the whole family has abandoned her, she has no money to do so. She wears ragged clothes every day. She looks as shabby as if she were a different person. On the other hand, I am as busy as ever. My husband is very proactive in taking care of the house, which really helps me out. If I have a chance again, I would like to stay at Star Hotel as a couple and have a relaxing time.
Hey, Katie. I just got back from a trip. What's with this mess? Hi, Mom. Welcome back. Welcome back? Answer my question. Where are you right now? I'm at work. Work? You're not done with work yet? I have overtime today, so it looks like I won't be home for a while. Are you serious? What about cleaning the house? Cleaning the house? There's so much mess in the house. Dirty laundry is on the floor, and there are piles of dishes in the sink. Hurry up and come home to clean up. Mom, that's all Joan's mess. What? I left the house earlier than her this morning. She said she had to work the late shift and was still in bed. I cleaned up the house before I left for work. So she made all those messes after that. Who do you think you are? Huh? Who do you think allows you to stay in this house? What are you trying to say? I'm allowing you to stay in this house even though you're not related to me. You should be grateful. But don't you understand your position? You're supposed to clean the house. You should finish your work now and clean up the house. But it's not my mess. Joan is busy with work. You're her sister. You're supposed to do it for her. Mom, I'm busy with work too. Besides, I put money into the house every month, right? So what? Mom, you're a homemaker and are always at home. What are you trying to say? I'm just saying that since you have free time compared to us, I thought maybe you could help with the cleaning. What? Don't act like you're so high and mighty that you're only putting in $1,500. Only $1,500? That's right. Actually, I'd like you to put in more. But I've set it at $1,500 because I feel sorry for you. I think $1,500 is quite a lot. It's not nearly enough. We're struggling every month. Why don't you ask Joan to put some money into the house too? What? She earns about the same as me, right? Instead of relying only on me, why not ask Joan to contribute money? I think it would be better for you too. Jesus Christ. What a despicable way of thinking. I don't remember raising you like that. What? Joan is different from you. She's a beautiful and outgoing girl. Many guys have a crush on her, you know. Recently, she got a boyfriend and she's too busy enjoying her life. On the other hand, you're an ugly nerd. I bet you've never had a boyfriend. Why do you have to look down on me like this? I have a boyfriend too. Oh, come on. You don't have to lie to me. You've never introduced any boyfriend to me. I just don't want to introduce him to you or my sister. Especially when you talk badly about me like this. Talk badly? I'm just stating the fact. Actually, my boyfriend proposed to me recently. So I want to introduce him to you soon. Are you getting married? That's impossible. Okay, whatever. But let me tell you something. I can't keep putting in such a large amount like $1,500 forever. What? Have you forgotten the favor I did for you all this time? How dare you speak like that? When I was little, Dad remarried you. And you accepted me as your daughter despite not being blood related. I'm grateful for that even now. That's why for the past 10 years, I've been putting in $1,500 every month as you asked. But ever since Dad passed away from illness, you only took care of Joan, your biological daughter. You didn't treat me as family, always pushing household chores onto me while you and Joan go out. You always say you raised me, but honestly, I don't remember being raised by you.
Wow, how could you say that to me? When your father died, I could have kicked you out of the house, but you were still in school, so I had no choice but to keep you. So it's only natural that you do the housework and be a servant.
I believe I've done enough. It's time to start thinking about the future. I want you to think about taking care of things by yourselves instead of depending on me all the time.
Shut up. Are you trying to say that you don't want to contribute to the house anymore?
It's not like that. I just want you to stop relying solely on my money. Joan lives in this house too. I think she should do a little housework and put some money into the house.
Katie, I am your mother who raised a poor child like you and never gave up on you. Now I'm letting you repay that favor. If you have time to complain, shut up and put some money in the house to show your gratitude towards me.
Seriously? So you're just going to let Joan do whatever she wants?
She's still young. What's wrong with letting her enjoy her life?
Even though I'm younger than her, you can't let me do what I want? Besides, you said she's still young, but she's already over 30.
Shut up. You're just jealous of Joan, aren't you?
I'm not jealous at all.
Joan has charm and everybody loves her. But you're so cocky and nobody likes you. Ha ha ha. Learn a bit from Joan.
I don't care what you think about me.
See, I'm talking about that attitude. By the way, withdraw $1,500 on your way home from work and give it to me.
What? Why all of a sudden? It's not my payday yet.
I know that. But I went on a trip with my friends this month and had a lot of expenses. I'm about to run out of money to live on.
I can't withdraw it today. Can't you wait until payday?
What?
I have my own expenses too.
Even though your family is in trouble, are you being selfish like that?
In the first place, you're the one being selfish with your extravagant spending.
Shut up. I just need to go on vacation once in a while to relax.
I will tell you this again. Ask Joan to contribute money as well.
All you do is talk back. Who do you think you are? You don't have to give me the money today. Just come home and clean the house.
I already told you I can't come home from work yet.
I won't listen to excuses. If you truly understand your position, just do what I said. See you.
Mom, wait! I can't go back home yet.
Katie!
Mom, what's wrong?
Why aren't you answering the phone? It's your lunch break, right?
Yeah, it is. But I'm in the break room now with my co-workers. Can you just text me?
Since you didn't come back home early yesterday, we were the ones who cleaned the house.
Mom, I did contact you, didn't I? I told you I had to work late.
Why do you work overtime until late at night?
It's a busy season, so it can't be helped.
I know you're lying. Were you pretending to work overtime while hanging out somewhere?
If you don't believe me, you can check with my boss. Why are you forcing me to do all the housework? Joan was the one who made the mess.
You really don't have a sense of responsibility.
What do you mean?
Joan is busy with work. Don't you care about your sister who works hard?
I told you, I'm busy with work too. If you want to take care of her so badly, why don't you clean for her?
Shut up. Come home early today. Make the house spotless.
Fine.
And also, withdraw $1,500 from the ATM on your way home from work.
$1,500 from my account?
Obviously.
I told you yesterday I can't do it. Just wait until payday.
I can't wait.
Why not?
Joan is in a tight spot this month. She says she doesn't have enough money.
What? Isn't it Joan's fault for spending money recklessly?
I don't think so. She doesn't even pay rent or anything for the house.
Shut up and just give it to me.
Why don't you ever listen to me? Whatever, I will just give you $500 for now. How about I give you $1,000 on payday?
What? Why only $1,000 on payday?
That way, it adds up to $1,500 in total.
No, give me the full $1,500 on payday.
That means I have to give you $2,000.
Do you have a problem with that?
$2,000 is too much.
Stop disrespecting your mother. I'm sure your father in heaven is mourning for you, saying what an unfilial daughter you are.
Oh, really? Instead of that, I'm sure he's thinking what an overbearing stepmother you are.
Shut up. As long as you're in this house, you must absolutely follow what I say. Anyway, when you come home today, be sure to give me $500.
Fine. Well then, I have to get back to work.
On payday, give me $1,500. Is that clear? Katie, where are you now? Hey, Katie.
Good morning, Mom.
This is not a good morning. When we woke up, you were not here. And we haven't had breakfast yet.
Today is a holiday, so I'm off work. I've been out all morning.
Jesus Christ, how could you be so selfish? Why didn't you say anything before you left?
Well, both you and Joan were sound asleep, so I didn't want to disturb.
What about our breakfast?
What do you mean? Can't you both make and eat it yourselves?
Oh my God, you're off work and you won't even make us breakfast?
I make it all the time. Why can't you and Joan handle it when I'm not around?
Do you think I'm stupid?
What?
You skipped out on making our meals and you broke your promise to me.
Promise?
Don't play dumb with me. Yesterday was your payday, right? But when I looked at the envelope you gave me yesterday, there was only $1,000 in it. What's the meaning of this? We agreed that you would give me $1,500 every payday, right?
You know what? Can you please stop this? Mom, can't you do simple math?
What are you talking about?
I gave you $500 in advance this month, remember? So, if I give you $1,000 on payday, it adds up to $1,500 in total, as I explained before.
No. The $500 I received in advance is different from the $1,500 that you put in every month.
Are you serious? That's too much.
I've already considered the consequences of breaking the promise.
What? Consequence?
I've already made arrangements. It's too late to regret it now.
I don't know what you're talking about. But giving $1,500 per month is already quite a lot, you know. If you ask me for more than that, I'll never give it to you.
Katie, you need to leave this house.
What? What's this all of a sudden?
It's the consequence for not putting in the correct amount.
Oh, the consequence you mentioned the other day?
Exactly. We decided to abandon you in the family meeting.
Family meeting? You mean you talked with Joan? I don't think I was in the family meeting.
Of course not. It wouldn't make sense to decide your fate if you were in the meeting. In the first place, you're not our family anymore.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're just a stranger. But make sure to continue sending the money every month.
What?
When payday comes, transfer $1,500 to my account.
You're kicking me out and yet you want me to give you money?
Obviously, I've taken care of you all this time. If you don't pay up, we'll cut off all ties between us completely.
I won't pay you.
What?
I won't pay you a single penny.
Hold on, what are you saying? So you're fine being alone after being abandoned by us?
I've wanted to leave this house for a long time, but work and chores kept me busy and I never found the right time to leave. Even after becoming a working adult, I continued living here. If you want me to leave, I'm happy to do so. I'll sever all ties with you.
Wait a minute. Katie, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are you willing to lose your family?
Family? Who?
Me, your mother, and your sister Joan.
Oh, really? I thought you said I'm a stranger.
Well,
I'll abandon you all too.
What?
Fortunately, I don't have much stuff. I'm not going back to the house today. I'll go get my stuff on my day off.
Hey, Katie.
Thank you for taking care of me for so long.
Wait a minute. What are you going to do now? Are you planning to stay at your friend's place or something?
No, I'm going to my fiancé's house.
Fiancé?
Yes. We were planning to live together after getting married. I mean, we moved in earlier than we planned. But he wanted to move in with me as soon as possible, so it's perfect.
You're getting married?
Didn't I mention it before? I told you that my boyfriend proposed to me, and I wanted to introduce him to you.
Oh.
But I guess I don't have to do that anymore. I'm being kicked out after all. My mom and sister aren't family anymore. What?
What about the money?
Money?
You'll still give us $1,500 every month after getting married, right?
Did you read what I said?
Well,
I said I won't pay a single penny. Why should I put money into a house I no longer live in? What's the point of it?
but still, there's nothing wrong with sending money to your parent.
You're not my parent, so I don't owe you anything.
I raised you all this time.
I told you before, I don't remember you raising me. Even my living expenses and school fees were covered by my dad's inheritance and my own part-time job salary. I don't remember ever receiving anything from you.
Oh no.
Well then, I still have work to do. I'll see you around.
Wait, Katie. Hey, I'll be in trouble if I don't have your money. Katie, I can't believe you did this to us. Despite being ugly, you're getting married before my pretty daughter, Joan? Whatever, I'm really going to cut ties with you. Katie, please pick up the phone.
What's wrong, Mom? Oh, sorry, I meant former Mom.
Call me whatever you want. I have a favor to ask you.
A favor? We've already severed ties, though. What do you want?
Please help us.
What?
We are about to be evicted.
Evicted?
I can't afford the rent anymore.
How did that happen?
Obviously because we don't have money.
Even though Joan works?
Joan secretly took out a loan without telling me.
A loan?
It seems she was deceived by a man. She was dating a man who claimed to be a company owner. He asked her for a loan because the company's cash flow was getting tight. Her salary wasn't enough, so she resorted to getting a loan.
I see.
But then he disappeared without a trace.
I guess he wasn't really a company owner, huh?
Probably not. His phone is unreachable, and the company number on his calling card doesn't work after all. He hasn't returned a single penny.
Joan is such an idiot.
How dare you? She's the victim here.
In a way, she might be a victim. Since she grew up spoiled by you, she reached 30 without understanding how to manage money. And now she's in debt.
Hey, just for this month, can you cover the rent?
What? Why would I?
Because you're not contributing money to the house. We can't afford the rent.
I had nothing to do with that. I don't even live there anymore.
Please don't say that. Help us. I'm really broke and I'm in trouble.
Don't tell me you are not working. If you don't have the money, why don't you work?
I tried to, but I couldn't. I've only been a housewife. I had a hard time learning the work, so they made me quit right away.
Oh, I see.
Please, Katie, just give me $1,500 like before. No, even $1,000 would be fine. Can you please contribute? You'll pay me $1,000, right?
I refuse. Both you and Joan have taken advantage of me and treated me poorly, living comfortably without any effort of their own. It's time for both of you to experience the hardship of earning money.
Shut up. Pay back the favor I've done for you.
What?
I'll let you back into the family again. At least tell me where your new place is.
I won't tell you.
Why not?
You'll probably come barging in if I tell you.
I won't do such a thing.
Well then, I'm busy, so... Wait, Joan and I have nowhere to go.
I don't care.
What?
Goodbye, former mom.
Katie, I apologize for everything until now. Don't abandon us, please.
Shirley and Joan, unable to pay the rent, ended up being kicked out of the house. It seems they asked for help and moved into my auntie's place. However, because both of them neither paid living expenses nor helped with household chores, they were kicked out of the house and ended up in a shelter. Joan started part-time work in addition to her main job to repay the debt. But the amount of money paid for interest went up, and the total debt didn't go down. Now the two are leading a miserable, impoverished life together. On the other hand, as for me, I am happily living with my husband in our new home. Given that I was not blessed with a good family in the past, I now want to build a warm family with my beloved husband from now on.
Hey, where are you? I went to your desk just now, but you're not there. What are you doing, neglecting your work? Hi, Megan. I've told you many times before. The people at the company don't know we're related, okay? They think that I'm simply your junior colleague, so please treat me as such. If you're not careful on a regular basis, I think there will be times when you unintentionally talk to me in your usual tone. Please make sure to sound like a senior colleague on text messages. Oh, you're as cocky as ever. So, Shirley, why aren't you at your desk? Why are you not there when it matters? I have some urgent request for you. You're really useless, aren't you? Do you realize that it's during working hours? Why are you slacking off? Get back here right away. You're my sister-in-law and you're my junior colleague at work. You have too big an attitude. No, I'm not slacking off. Isn't it you, Megan, who has a big attitude, not me? Huh? Don't get cocky. Where are you anyway? I'm sorry, I'm out shopping. What? Shopping? We're having our annual company barbecue tomorrow, right? So we're buying food for it. Oh, the barbecue that our president, Mr. Thompson, is hosting, right? That's the boss, isn't he? He's a kind, handsome 35-year-old man who takes good care of his employees. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. Hey, what do you think? Well, I don't really know. Besides, you're married, Megan. Don't be so adamant. What's wrong with being interested in a handsome president? Anyway, Megan, what do you want me to do urgently? Huh? Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Thank goodness, it's really urgent. I think I can be back in about 30 minutes. If I take care of it right away after I get back, will I make it in time? Well, 30 minutes should be fine. Good. Please leave a note on my desk with the necessary information. I'll call you if I have any questions. Sure. Megan, can I have a word now? I checked the memo. You said it's urgent, but this amount of work won't be done soon. Then why don't you just do it until it's done? If you have time to text me, why don't you just get to work? It sounds like this is something that could have been handled a month ago. Why are you asking me now? What? Who the hell do you think you are? Unlike you clerks, salespeople don't have time to do anything. You clerks depend on the hard work of the sales department for their livelihood. So don't argue with me. Just get on with it. We don't have time, so I'll figure it out. But if I start now, I won't be able to finish by the end of the day. Please be careful from next time. Yeah. By the way, have you finished shopping for tomorrow's barbecue yet? What? Oh, yes. Actually, I was supposed to go shopping with the other staff. But it turned out that I urgently have to get your work done by the end of the day. So I've decided to have my junior take care of the shopping. He just came back and said he's going to put things in the fridge. So I'm sure things are fine. Really? Then I'm glad. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hey, what are you going to wear tomorrow? You're free to wear whatever you want tomorrow, right? I'm thinking of wearing my favorite flared dress. I haven't decided yet, but it's a barbecue. So I think I'll wear something that's easy to move around in and okay to get dirty. Yeah, I was wrong to ask you. You don't have any cute clothes anyway, do you? You're just a plain old hag with no skills other than doing the company's chores, aren't you? You're a loser, you know. I really feel sorry for you. I don't care what you think of me. I have to take care of your urgent work, so if you'll excuse me now. Thanks! Leave the printed material on my desk when you're done. You're really funny, Shirley. There's a limit to what you can wear that's easy to move around in. Where do they sell those lame jeans and hoodies? Do you know what kind of party today is? What do you mean? It's a company barbecue. This is no ordinary barbecue. It's a barbecue hosted by the president. It's a chance to showcase yourself to our handsome young president. I really feel sorry for you. I might get dirty today while grilling meat, washing dishes, and doing other things. That's why I thought it would be best to avoid stylish clothes. You don't know what you're talking about. This is no ordinary barbecue. You've been given the perfect opportunity to get to know the president, you know? Huh? Okay. Oh, I see. Sorry, you're aware of your role. And that's why you're dressed like that, huh? My role? Yep. A clerk like you is the company's gopher. So you're the waiter at today's barbecue, right? Of course, I will do what I can as a member of the General Affairs Department. But I'm not exactly a waiter. Then, surely, you'll be my exclusive meat cook. Huh? That's about all you can do. Clerks should take orders from me, the sales representative. You are to cook the meat for yourself. Huh? I'm going to refill the drinks, so if you'll excuse me. What? Hey, I told you to listen to me. Hurry up and come over here and cook my meat. Hey, why are you standing next to the president? I thought you had been out of sight for a while, but I knew you were after him too. I can't stand the idea of you and the president having a friendly chat. Get the hell away from him. You're just a clerk. You should know your place. Hey, are you listening to me? I offered the president a drink just now, and he seemed to be flattered. So I was just about to give him another push. Will you get out of my way? Now get away from him. Hey, don't ignore me. I feel so refreshed. I've always wanted to try that pouring over someone's head thing. It's normally beer that you pour over, but I felt sorry for you if you felt cold. So I poured you red wine. You should be thankful. How do you feel? Did it feel good? Megan, what are you doing? Why are you suddenly doing this? It's not out of the blue. I kept sending you texts and you kept ignoring me. It's your fault. This is what happens when you, just a boring clerk, make a pass at the president. I was just talking to the president because he called me. Huh? Don't lie. There's no way the president would call you. Go back to being my personal waiter. You should be thanking me for the red wine I poured you. You've had enough fun, so now all you have to do is cook the meat for me. I'm going home and taking a shower. What? You want to smell good? You're not going to be valued by the president no matter what you do. What are you talking about? There's no way I can stay dressed like this, covered in red wine. Oh, by the way, the president said he has a surprise announcement at the end of the barbecue. Could it be that the president is going to confess love to me? I guess he was really happy that I poured him a beer earlier, huh? I'm finally going to get married and become rich. Megan, you've always been interested in the president. But you're married to my brother. What do you mean you're going to get married and become rich? Oh, there's some meat that's already cooked. I'll eat them while I still can. Oh, I know. After the surprise confession, I could bring the beautifully cooked meat to the president and say, I cooked it myself. I'll let the president open his mouth and let him eat the meat in front of everyone. I don't know what will happen. Anyway, I'm going back home. What did you say? This meat is delicious. Hey, I don't understand. I was so excited that I was going to be the one to be confessed love by the president. Why you? And you're engaged. A plain woman like you? How did a plain woman like you flirt with the president? We've been dating for a long time. We had originally planned to announce our engagement soon. But the truth is, we were planning to wait another 2 months or so. Huh? But you have been blatantly showing that you wanted to flirt with the president. What's wrong with that? There is no woman more suitable for the wife of the president than I am. I've told you repeatedly, you're married to my brother. I can't allow you to betray my brother with impunity. Besides, you said you appealed to him by pouring him a beer. But he's constitutionally incapable of drinking alcohol. What? He kept telling you that, but you were insistent. While the president was out of his seat, you poured alcohol into the tea he was drinking. Didn't you? I was watching. The president was about to drink it, so I rushed to stop him. I got there just in time. If I hadn't noticed, he would have drunk it and been taken away in an ambulance. What? Wasn't that alcohol in that glass? He told you he can't drink alcohol, so I think you can at least expect that it's not alcoholic beverages that was in his glass. Oh, I thought he got embarrassed when I poured him drinks. Before you do anything more, I talked it over with the president and decided to make it public that we're dating. That's why we suddenly announced our engagement today. Why you? How can a mere clerk and a gopher like you get engaged to the president? You just work as a gopher. Anyone can do your job. Isn't it rude to call a general affairs job a gopher? Besides, I've known the president since I was a little girl. What? He's my longtime friend from childhood, and he confessed his feelings for me when we were in high school. We've been dating ever since. We both originally worked for different companies. When he decided to take over this company, of which his grandfather was president at the time, I also switched jobs to his company. At that time, we were already planning to get married. So as the future wife of the president, I felt I needed to get to know the company. Oh, okay. Well, anyone can do a clerical job, so it must have been easy to change jobs, right? Well, you don't understand how hard a clerical job is, and you've always been looking down on me. But I don't want to be talked down to by someone whose sales performance has been consistently the lowest for years. Well, fine. If I can't marry the president, I'll just go to the next one. What do you mean? I'll go after the executive director's son. I recently found out he's a doctor. I want to get married and become rich too. I don't think that's possible. Huh? Why not? My brother came to the barbecue today, didn't you know? What? Today's barbecue was an event where employees' families were welcome to attend. Huh? I didn't know anything about that. And I didn't tell my husband about the barbecue. I invited him. What? Because you are married to my brother. I couldn't forgive you for saying you want to get married and become rich. So I thought I'd show my brother who you really are. No way! What a thing for you to do! If my husband says he wants a divorce or something, it's your fault. I'm going to make it impossible for you to stay at our company. Wouldn't you be better off worrying about yourself instead of me? Huh? What do you mean? What the hell is going on? Why am I being fired and not you? It's the company's decision, not mine. You're the one who told the president something, aren't you? No, I wouldn't do that. Apparently, it all started with your behavior at the barbecue the other day. What do you mean? Have you forgotten what you've done? You mixed alcohol in the president's glass, who is constitutionally incapable of drinking alcohol. You suddenly poured red wine on me. You also ordered me to be a waiter. And you ignored the rule at the barbecue, which was to grill your own food, and took food from others. All of those behaviors were being watched, you know. From the looks of it, the speculation was made that there must be others who have suffered some kind of damage. So, our internal compliance department investigated. What? Investigate? Let me explain. I'm also a member of the compliance department, but this time, I wasn't the main person in charge. And then, loads of questions started popping up. You forced a new employee who was underage to drink alcohol. When junior employees refused your invitation for a drink, you spoke ill of them behind their back. And you tried to steal another employee's sales results. Countless other complaints were reported. Me? Complaints? When we asked them why they had kept quiet until now, they said they couldn't report because they were afraid of you. Since it was discovered that you have been causing trouble for our business partners as well, the conclusion was that you're fired. No way! And my brother didn't come back to you after the barbecue, did he? Why do you know that? He's at our parents' house now. I think it's only a matter of time before he asks for a divorce. You're kidding! Wait a minute! Now, if you'll excuse me. Megan moved to our company a little before I did because of the sales manager's connections. She was so selfish that everyone had a hard time with her. But now that the sales manager has retired, Megan was fired from her job because of the disturbance she had caused. She tried to get married to the president and become rich, even though she was married to my brother. As a result, my brother had grown weary of Megan and divorced her. As for the matter of the red wine that was poured on me, I received the minimum amount of compensation from Megan, and that was the end of it. Why? Because the thing is, the new employee who was almost forced to drink alcohol sued Megan. In addition, my fiancé also sued her for mixing alcohol in his tea. Megan was arrested. She is now owed a large amount of money in settlements and compensation. She is now working part-time to pay off her debts. She complains, "Why am I in this mess?" She is living in extreme poverty all by herself.
Emmy, tomorrow's the day we get married, right?
Yeah, we finally became a married couple.
I'm kind of nervous even though we're just getting a marriage license. Same.
You're spending a night in your parents' house tonight, right?
Yeah, would you pick me up from here tomorrow? Even though you've never been here. Do you know the address?
I know, so I'll be fine. I'm also going to use Google Maps, so I should pick you up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm going to meet your parents there then. That makes me even more nervous.
Don't worry. You've already met them at the wedding. My mom and dad both seem to like you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
I hope so. Your parents seemed so formal. I hope they won't say, "You can't be with my daughter."
Don't worry. My parents aren't that strict. Just be normal.
I'll try. Emmy, let's get married and live a happy life together.
Yes, I'm happy to be married to you.
Okay, I'll pick you up tomorrow.
I know it's early, but don't oversleep.
I won't. You too, Emmy.
James, what's wrong with you? Did I do something wrong? James, are you okay? Did you get sick on the way?
You've been annoying since a while ago. I told you I'm fine.
How can it be that you're fine? We were supposed to get a marriage license today, but as soon as you came to my parents' house, you said, "I'm not going to do it today." You didn't even come up to our house. My parents were worried. You're really sick, aren't you? Do you want me to buy you something? If there's anything you want, don't hesitate to ask.
You don't have to do that.
Why not?
I don't feel sick or anything. Don't worry about it.
But you're acting weird. Last night you were excited to officially get married, but now you decide not to do it out of nowhere. You must have a reason. If you have something on your mind, just tell me.
Let me ask you something. Is that your parents' house?
What? Yes, but what about it?
They lived in that house.
What? What do you mean?
I thought you were like a princess. The way you look, the way you talk, you're elegant. The things you wear look so expensive. I thought you must come from a decent family.
What are you trying to say? I didn't know you were that kind of person.
I guess I was wrong about everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
You've been lying to me all this time. You never told me your parents lived in a house like that.
I don't know why I need to. We never talked about our parents' houses.
I didn't think it was necessary. Because you look like that, I was sure that you grew up in a decent family. Didn't I tell you before? My family isn't wealthy, but I worked hard, graduated from a good university, and got a job at a major corporation. So basically, I'm an elite. So my partner should be on the same level as me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you explain briefly?
I'm saying I was disappointed when I saw your house.
Huh?
I thought you'd be a good match for me, but I'm very disappointed. I didn't know you grew up in a shabby house. It looks like something out of an old tale. It's like over 100 years old. I'd say it's a marriage fraud.
Marriage fraud? You're going too far. It's an old house, but we've taken good care of it.
Even if it was taken care of, it's still a shabby house. Well, you should consider yourself lucky to be with me. You got to be with an elite man like me. It must have been like a dream come true for you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you only went out with me for money?
It wasn't like that, but it is too extreme. That house tells your standard of living. You're definitely not compatible with me.
What do you mean by that? We're getting married because we love each other, right? When you proposed to me, you said you loved me. Was it fake?
Of course I loved you then, but now I don't love you anymore, because of that house. I cannot even believe your parents live there. The area around their house is a countryside full of fields. If I were your parents, I'd get sick only for a day.
I didn't know you were that rude.
I'm just telling the truth. I can't do this.
If you say so. Your parents must have a really nice mansion, huh?
Huh?
Because you look down on someone's parents' house. What does your parents' house look like? Is it like a mansion in the central city?
My house is average, but at least it's so much better than your parents' house, though. What do you think I am? Do you think I'm a poor man who only can get a wife who grew up in a shabby house?
I never said like that. You judge me only by the appearance of my parents' house. I don't know why you overreact so much about it.
Of course, it's my future wife's parents' house.
But you didn't even see inside.
I could imagine it easily when I looked outside of it. Then I thought I couldn't be with you anymore.
What the heck? You mean you want to break up with me?
Well, I think so.
We were about to get the marriage license. Don't you think it's so rude?
I mean, I can't change my mind, so I can't do anything about it. It's your fault because you didn't tell me.
So you mean we break up just because of a shabby house?
I didn't say it like that. Anyways, it's over. I won't see you anymore. That's fine, right?
If you say so, then I guess I have no choice.
Even though you're used to living in that house, I can't believe you had thought you could marry me. How positive are you?
That's enough. I can't do it anymore either.
Your parents' shabby house is no match for me.
You know what? Can't you just say it clearly? You wanted to marry me because I'm rich. But my house was shabby, so you assumed that I'm not rich. Now you want to break up with me. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. If you're not rich, no marriage.
You showed your true colors.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything at this point. I worked hard, got a great education and work experience. All I had to do was marry a rich woman and I could have been perfect. The shabby house doesn't match with me.
I see, but that's just another house.
What? What do you mean by another house?
My parents' actual house is in New York, where they usually live. It's a 3 floors imported house. It's in the middle of the city and very convenient.
3 floors? 3 floors? In the middle of the city?
Yeah, I grew up there until high school.
Well, if you have such a nice house, why do you need to live in a shabby house in the countryside?
My dad says when you live in the city, sometimes you just want to be in a quiet place. On his days off, he comes to the other house to work in the fields and refresh himself.
No way. He bought a shabby house just to refresh himself?
That's the house my dad used to live in for a while. The house is so old that it could be demolished, but it was my grandpa's house and it's important to him. We decided to take good care of it and keep it for a while longer. He left right away yesterday, so I couldn't show you inside. All the bathrooms and toilets have been remodeled and are up to date. All the rooms have air conditioners and are really comfortable.
So that means your parents aren't poor?
Yeah, they are building an apartment in New York.
What? Wait. They're building an apartment in addition to the 3 floors house they already have?
Yeah. But why?
What are your parents doing?
Real estate investors, I guess we'd call them.
What? That's not what we were talking about. I just remember when we met, you told me your dad was just a businessman, so you lied.
You can invest in real estate while working at the office.
Seriously, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Why? Because my dad is working at the office and I don't need to tell you about my dad's side business.
But...
So when the apartment we're building now is finished, he want to give me a room in the apartment as a wedding gift as well. My dad said if you and I are okay with it, we could both live there. But I don't care anymore, because we're not getting married.
No, wait. Don't be hasty.
What?
I was just testing you.
Huh?
I wanted to test how much you love me.
What do you mean?
I was wondering how you'd react if I said I was breaking up with you. I was just testing you.
Huh?
But now I understand we are truly destined to be together.
I don't get it. I mean, you don't want to marry me, right? You said I'm not good enough for you because I'm poor. You just said it.
I actually said too much. And also, I didn't know the house was your second house. I actually like the old vibe.
You're so obvious.
We're destined to be together after all. It was a good opportunity for me to know that you love me that much. I'm really relieved.
When did I say that? I thought we agreed to break up.
You were even thinking about the place to live together, right? And it's an apartment in New York. You were exactly the woman I had expected. I love you now more than ever.
You love me? What an obvious lie. Just because you found out my parents are rich, take responsibility for what you said.
What are you talking about? That can't be true. I always love you, Emmy.
No, you told me that we're not getting married, right? I don't love you anymore, so the engagement is officially off.
No way. You're joking, right? I know you still love me. I'm going to pick you up now, so let's get a marriage license.
No, I can't.
I'm sorry, I was rude to your parents today. If you can't make it today, can we try again next week?
No, I can't.
If we can't do it next week, we can do it the week after that.
Even if you ask me again and again, I will never change my mind. I mean, my parents were also disappointed. You said mean stuff to our house. And you started to say not to get married. They were disappointed that I was dating that kind of man.
What? Did you tell them about the broken engagement?
Yeah, I did, because I'm still at home. The house that you said is shabby.
Why did you tell them? Didn't you think it might make my impression worse?
I mean, it's already so bad.
What? Why?
Read what's up that you sent again. What do you mean you broke off the engagement because of the shabby house? He also said I would match with you. I don't know how great you think you are, but actual elite people would never say things like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you really mad at me?
I'm not angry, I'm disgusted. But it's okay, it's none of my business anymore. I'm not going to see you anymore, it doesn't matter.
Why are you saying that? I thought we're getting married because we love each other. I didn't know your parents well enough to get it wrong. But now that the misunderstanding's been cleared up, we're going to be together.
Together? Let me ask you this. What would you do if you're going to live in that shabby house with me? No matter how beautiful it is on the inside, I don't think you can handle that if you're a pretentious person. You can't live together with me, can you?
That's not the point. I mean, that's not gonna happen. You're building an apartment in New York, right?
See? I knew it. You don't want me. You just want the apartment. I don't want that kind of gold digger.
That's not true. I really love you.
Give up on marriage with me. Find a new rich woman.
It was a joke that I said I wanted to marry a rich woman. Please, you have to trust me.
How can I trust you?
If you have such a strong will, I have an idea.
What?
I'm coming to you right now.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to get your parents to approve our marriage, and then we'll go to get the marriage license. Is that okay?
No, you can't do that. My parents are gonna say the same thing. I can't do it in the first place. I can't look at you that way anymore.
Why not? We were engaged just now, so why are you being so cold?
You broke off the engagement yourself. What are you talking about?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to confirm your love.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. It's too much to ask.
I'm not lying. I'm going to prove it now.
Prove what?
How much I love you.
No, I'm scared of you now. You don't have to prove it to me. It's already been proven that you're just after the money.
No, it's a misunderstanding. You misunderstood me. If your parents could talk to me, they'll understand how much I deserve you.
Don't do it, please. My parents will really kick you out this time. They know that you saw the appearance of their house and broke off the engagement, and that you approached me because I look rich. You reaffirmed that I was rich and turned your hand back to me. I already know everything. I can't do that because I'm talking to my parents while we are texting.
Oh, shoot. I love you so much. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You just love my money, not me, right?
No, of course not. That's enough. Talking on WhatsApp isn't getting us anywhere. I'm going to your parents' house now, and even if I had to apologize sincerely, I'll do that. Marry me, Emmy.
Huh? You're annoying, so don't come here anymore.
I'm serious.
I won't let you in the house, even if you come.
I'll be there in an hour or so. Just wait for me.
I told you not to come over. I don't know if you regret it later.
Emmy. I'm in front of your house. Please, open the door. I know you're inside.
I called the police.
What? The police? Why?
I told you not to come. I said I'd never see you again and that I'd break up with you.
I know that's not what you really wanted. You really wanted me to come get you, right? Stop being so stubborn and come out.
You know what, James? Now that I know what you're really like, I've completely cooled off. I don't even like you anymore. I never want to see your face again. My parents also feel the same way.
But we can understand each other if we talk.
We don't need to talk anymore. I already know you're only after my money.
Darn. I'll break open the door.
Don't do that.
I can easily break the lock on this shabby house. Look at that. I got it open just now.
The police should be here soon.
What?
I told you I called the police.
Wait, please. Are you talking about the police car behind me?
They're here to arrest you.
Please, stop. I didn't do anything to get arrested.
Are you nuts?
I just came to tell my fiancée how much I love her, and I'm sure the police would understand if I told them. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then go to the police. You can go and show them what a scumbag you are.
Emmy, of course you'll marry me, right?
Bye.
Emmy!
James was then surrounded by police officers. He said,
I didn't do anything. I just came to see my fiancée.
But since he had already broken down the door, he was taken away to the police station. Since then, he has continued to push me to get back together. Of course, I refused. Then he threatened to charge me a fee if I broke off the engagement. Of Of course, he had no such right, but a lawyer who is acquainted with my dad requested compensation for damage to the door. He was charged a bunch of money for that. It is not a good idea to try to marry for money. About 6 months after this incident, I started dating another man. Just the other day, he proposed to me. He has a dad who is a company owner, and like me, his family is wealthy. I am sure there will be no trouble like the one with James. He's an honest and humble person who does not boast about his wealth. I hope to be happy with him this time.
Sandra, where are you? I'm shopping and on my way home, Ebony. How may I help you? What's for dinner tonight? It's cold today, so I'm thinking of cooking beef stew. Really? Beef stew? Do you hate beef stew? No, I love beef stew, but your beef stew is a little... Excuse me, what do you mean by that? You are completely unaware of what you're doing, aren't you? All of your dishes are tasteless, especially the beef stew. You're going to be stingy and use cheap beef anyway, aren't you? I can't afford high-quality beef. It's domestic beef, so it's not cheap either. It's hard for me to chew if you serve me a big chunk of beef. You don't like chunks of beef? Why don't you just say so? I'm not saying that I don't like chunks of beef. Any ingredient, any menu is fine. As long as they taste good, that's all that matters. Ebony, I think you're being a little bit rude. I try my best to cook every day. I'll try to praise you for cooking every day without slacking off, even if you're not very good at it. But even if it's for the family, it's food for people to eat. I'd like you to do a little more research. I beg your pardon? That's what I've been saying for a while now. Your cooking is tasteless. But you are the only one who said that my cooking tastes bad. Stop yammering on and on. Hurry home and start preparing dinner. I wonder why you always talk back to me. Yes, I'm sorry. I'll hurry home. Sandra, do you know where my favorite coat is? I can't find it in my closet. If you're talking about that coat, I took it to the dry cleaning shop. Huh? Did you forget about that? You said you wanted me to send it out to the dry cleaning shop because it's your precious coat, right? I did. So it's not finished yet? Yes, I just brought it there 2 days ago. Then it should have been finished by now, right? No, I used the expensive chores as you told me, so it takes a week. I told you that, didn't I? That's not what I asked. What am I supposed to do now? I'm about to have lunch with a friend. I don't know. I don't have a coat to wear because of you. Is it my fault? Yes, it's your fault. You should have taken care of my coat earlier. But you said it wasn't necessary. Here we go. Another excuse. I'm tired of hearing your excuses. What you say is outrageous. Enough. If I don't have a coat, I won't have lunch today. Ebony, you still have other coats to wear. Why don't you wear a different coat today? I wanted to go out wearing that coat. I'll tell my friends I can't go because of you. Oh no. Why are you so inconsiderate? I hate you so much. Jeez. Sandra, where are you? You don't seem to be in the yard. Are you out? Oh, Ebony, I just saw your message. Where have you been? Huh? You wanted to eat cake, so I went to the store to buy some. Huh? You're still at the cake shop? Yes, you just asked me to go there about 8 minutes ago. You're such a bad wife. How much time do you have to spend on each thing? I don't care what you say. I just did what you told me to do. You haven't even finished cleaning up after lunch in the kitchen. It's really pathetic that you still can't even do your chores. That's because right after lunch, You said that you wanted to eat cake. I didn't mean to abandon my chores. Is that another excuse? Sandra, you never admit your faults, do you? What? No matter what I say, you keep making excuses. I wonder if you don't have an honest heart. That's a terrible thing to say. I'm trying my best to do what you told me to do. Why can't you understand me? If you can't do what I told you, then I have an idea. What is it? By the way, I never said that I can't do what you told me to do. No matter how I've been waiting and how much I educated you, you're not capable to fulfill your duties as my son's wife. So you must divorce Edward. Divorce? Wait a minute. Why are you talking about divorce all of a sudden? It isn't all of a sudden. I've been educating you about how to be a good wife for a long time. It was you who didn't listen to me. I know you don't think well of me, but I have no intention of leaving Edward. Huh? You are such a shameless woman. More and more, I don't want you here. Get out of this house right now. No matter how much you try, I won't give up on my marriage. I'm Edward's wife. I will not leave my husband no matter what. How dare you say that out loud? You are not qualified to be my son's wife if you can't even bear a child. I'll do whatever it takes to get you out of this house. Edward, are you done with work? It's going to take a little longer. What's wrong? I'm on my way back from the hospital. How was it? I'll tell you more about that when I see you. More importantly, your mother told me today that she wants us to get divorced. Huh? We're about to start a new family. What on earth is she thinking? Your mother doesn't seem to like me in any way. Today, she told me I'm not qualified to be her wife if I can't even have children. She said that? Yeah, but she was right, so I couldn't fight back. Mom's bullying is escalating day by day, isn't it? I'm taking it very seriously. It's just... What if something happens to you because of her? That would be irreversible. That's true. You're in a very important period right now, so let's take this opportunity to leave the house. I'll cut ties with my mom, who doesn't understand no matter how many times I tell her. Edward, are you sure you want to do that? I'm worried about you, Sandra. I can't leave you at home with Mom. I'll talk to Mom. You should take your stuff and go back to your parents' house. Okay. Thank you, Edward. Sandra, pick up the phone. Ebony, what is it? I heard from Edward. He said you guys are moving out. He even declared that he's cutting ties with me. That's correct. We decided to do that after having a serious discussion. And I heard you were pregnant. Why didn't you tell me about that? It's not that I didn't want to tell you. It's just that I didn't have a chance to tell you. Huh? What do you mean? We're living in the same house and you're telling me that you never had a chance to tell me? You were always angry with me. I wondered what it would be like to tell you about me being pregnant in that kind of situation. I was looking for the right timing, but I couldn't find it. And then this happened. What did you do to tip off Edward? I didn't do anything wrong. Don't lie to me. Edward told me not to contact you anymore. How could he say that if it wasn't because of you telling him nasty things? That's... Edward is my only son. Are you trying to take him away from me? No, I'm not trying to take him away. But neither I nor Edward want a divorce. Since you asked for a divorce, I have no choice but to leave. Edward said he couldn't live with me if I hurt you. He said that I, as his mother, have failed him. That's why he said he's going to cut me off. How can this be allowed? Gosh. He said that he can't live with a mother who would do such a terrible thing to his wife. I never thought my son would say such horrible things to me. It's all your fault. No way. I didn't do anything nasty, but I'm not thinking of divorcing Edward. I won't say anything bad, so come home. Especially if you are pregnant. It's only natural for me to hold my grandchildren, isn't it? That's true, but I can't go back if you keep bullying me. It might have a bad influence on my child. That's what I've decided after discussing with Edward. Who the hell do you think you are? Me being a bad influence on your child? What a terrible wife. I will raise the child together with Edward. We will raise our child peacefully, so please don't worry about us. I don't think I'll ever see you again. Huh? You think you can do this to me? Don't think you can get away with it. I'm going to find you for sure. Edward, I have something on my mind. What's up? Lately, I feel like someone's been watching me. Do you have any idea who this person is? I don't know about that. It's not like I've actually seen the person, but I always feel like someone's looking at me. I'm scared. That's creepy. There's been some reports of prowlers around, so we should be careful. Yeah. Since we need to worry about our child too, make sure all the windows and doors are locked. Yeah, I know. It's not like anything happened, but it just bothered me, so I thought I'd drop you a message. I'm sorry to bother you at work. Never mind. If you hear anything unusual, call me right away. Promise me that you'll do that, Sandra. You have my word. Thanks, Edward. Long time no see. It's me. Who is it? A year goes by and you still look the same, don't you? I finally found the place where I belong. Ebony? That's right. Your poor mother-in-law who was deprived of her son and grandson. Why are you texting me? Why can't I text you? Am I not even allowed to pick up my son and grandson? What do you mean? Do you think I forgot my son and grandson? How is that possible? I've been through a lot of difficulties the whole year. It's all because of you. It's not my fault. You won't get away with this. Give me back my son and grandson now. What? I'm talking about my son and grandson. There's no reason not to get them back. That's why I spent so many days spying on you guys. So, that's why the whole time I felt like someone was watching over me. Was it you? Oh, I guess so. I was careful while doing that. But did you notice me? I kind of had a feeling that someone was watching us. In order to get my son and grandson back, I've been doing a lot of research. I never thought you'd do that. You can't expect me to stay like this forever. How dare you take my son and grandson away from me? How dare you reply to my message without feeling guilty at all? Let me make this clear. What? I have no intention of ruining the happy life we have now. We have already insulated ourselves from you. We will never ever go back to your house again. What kind of a joke are you telling me? What? Who told you to come back? All I want is my son and grandson back. I don't need you. Ebony, you've gone too far. I told you a year ago that I would never leave Edward, don't you remember? Is that so? I don't remember that since it was a long time ago. Then I'll say it again. I will never divorce Edward. While you've been yammering on and on, I'm taking action. What did you say? What are you doing? Your room is on the first floor, right? I've checked that too. I just went around to the balcony side. What are you going to do? It's obvious. I'm taking my grandson home. I've dreamed of this day all the time. I'll do whatever it takes to bring him home today. Are you insane? Taking away a child is kidnapping. You'll become a criminal. Stop talking nonsense. That child is my grandchild. What's wrong with taking my grandson back to my house? We won't approve of that. Even if you don't approve, my grandson and I are blood related. You have no right to complain. It's not a crime. Oh no. What do you mean by calling me a criminal in the first place? I can't believe you just said that. But while you were moping, I've climbed over the balcony. Wait a minute. Please don't do this. I just can't give you my child. I'm bringing home my long-awaited grandchild, so be prepared. Hey, Sandra, what's this all about? What do you mean? As soon as I entered the room, I was seized by a man I don't know. Who is this guy? Could it be... What? Are you sure you're in the right room? Huh? Which room did you enter? Room 103. Ours is 102. Room 103 is occupied by another family. Huh? Did I get the wrong room? I think you were trespassing. I'm not trespassing. I didn't do anything wrong. You went into room 103, didn't you? Yes, but it was a mistake. It's still trespassing, even if it was a mistake. The police will be here shortly. What? What do you mean, the police? Actually, I've always felt someone was watching me. I've been consulting with Edward about it. Why the police? I just saw you walking around in front of our apartment. That's why. I decided to contact Edward quickly. And then? Well, he said that since it was you would definitely come to the apartment. So he called the police and told them there's someone suspicious and that he wants them to go look around. A suspicious person? Me? How rude! I'm Edward's mother. But I'm sure that's what he said. I think Edward was just trying to protect his child. Protecting? What do you mean? I'm just taking him home. It's not right to say protect when all I wanted to do was bring my grandchild to my house. When Edward left your house, didn't he say that he was going to cut ties with you? Huh? I don't know about that. You don't remember? It seems that you are already a stranger to him. So that's why he called the police? How ridiculous. All he has to do is just tell the police about what happened. I don't think so. Why not? Because you went into room 103. If you entered a stranger's room, that's clearly trespassing. What? Is that so? That's right. Surely my neighbor must be furious with that. Come to think of it, they've been staring me right in the eye ever since I left. They say they're going to take my phone away too. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? Sandra, come and help me. I refuse. Because when I left your house, I decided to insulate myself from you too. We're strangers now. Why do you say such cold things? I'm your mother-in-law, so help me. Isn't it strange for me to protect a stranger? Oh no, are you trying to turn me into a criminal? I guess it depends on what happens in room 103. The police will definitely come there. You will need to explain the situation in detail. What do you want me to tell them? Something like, you came here to take your son and grandson from me, but you got the wrong room. You have to be honest with the police. I don't want to. There's no way I can say something so embarrassing. Then, the only way is to get arrested. No kidding. You're my daughter-in-law, so help me. I'm not your daughter-in-law anymore. I'm just a resident living next door to the victim's house. I think it would be a good idea for you to take the time to reflect on what you have done. Don't think of my problem as someone else's problem. You'll pay for this. I will never see you again, so don't worry about that. Wait a minute. Are you sure you won't help me? Am I really going to be taken to the police? Probably. I can't believe this is really happening. After that, Ebony panicked and kept shouting incoherent things to the police officers who arrived on the scene. Naturally, she was taken to the police station. The resident of room 103 was a nice person, so we settled the case in peace. Ebony had broken a window and entered the room. In doing so, she also broke some expensive decorative objects, so she was charged a settlement of about $10,000. I guess she should be happy that she got away with it. Me and my husband are relieved that our child was not harmed in any way. However, we can't live in the same place now since Ebony has found out about our apartment. After consulting with Edward, we decided to change jobs and move to another city. It was a difficult decision, but we had no choice since we want to protect our child. Now, our family of 3 is living a peaceful and tranquil life together. I will try my best to live a steady life so that this happiness will last forever.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.